Hi everyone, so this lesson is going to go through finding the gradient of a line between 2 points. So you're given the 2 points that line goes between, and we're going to work out the gradient. Now just before I go on to that, just from the work on the previous topic, I just want to go over one example just to show you where quite a lot of you are going wrong, which is why I'm mentioning it in the video. So if you're trying to work out the gradient and the y-intercept of a line like this, where it's not just y equals, I don't know, something x plus a number, you can't just look at that and say, right, well, the gradient is 2 and the intercept is 5, because it needs to be in the form y equals something. So lots of you rearranged this correctly, and you took away the 2x, and then you divide by 3. Now, like I said, a lot of you did get to this stage. And then it was just this little bit that I just want to mention. I don't think it's worth doing a whole new lesson on it, but it's worth just a quick mention now. So the gradient of the line is what's in front of the x. Now a lot of you would just put in -2, but it's over 3, isn't it? It's really minus 2/3. The other way, if it helps, you can split this up and say that that would be 5 over 3, and then minus 2 over 3x, if that makes it easier for you to see what the gradient is now. But you just need to remember that if it's the -2, it's over the 3, so the gradient is actually -2 over 3. And then the y-intercept is obviously going to be the other number, and again it's not just 5, the 5 is over the 3, so the y-intercept is 5 over 3. Okay, so like I said, quite a lot of you, it was just the very last questions yesterday that some of you then were getting stuck on, so I just thought I'd quickly mention that. So back to today's lesson, so finding the gradient of the line between these 2 points. Now the gradient of the line is the steepness of a line. So if you've got a line like this, and you've got 2 points that you know lie on that line, to work out the gradient, it's the difference up divided by the difference across, and you would have done this in year 8. Okay, so that difference is the difference in the y's, because it's the same direction as the y-axis. Your axes are like that. So it's the difference in the y's divided by the difference in the x's. So rather than drawing diagrams out, when you've got 2 points like this, it's a lot easier just to think about it in your coordinate as the first value is your x, second value is your y, and again, same in this one, that's your x, and that's your y's. Now, when you're working out the difference in the y's, you've just got to make sure that you do this in the same order. So, for example, if we do 12 take away 4 to get the difference in the y's, we need to make sure that we stick with this one first and do 4 take away -2. You can't now do -2 take away 4, because that's a different order to the first one. Okay, so the difference in y's would be 12 take away 4, and then we put that over the difference in the x's, and making sure we start with the same one that we started with last time. So we started with the 12, so I need to make sure I start with this coordinate again. So it's going to be 4 minus -2. So I would say this lesson, if it's going to go wrong, it's going to be negative numbers that throw you off on this. 12 take away 4 is 8, and then 4 take away -2. So take away a negative is like adding, so it's like 4 plus 2, which is 6. Always check, can you simplify this? Well, we can half them both, so that would be 4/3. So the gradient would be 4/3. Now it's like everything, the more you do, the easier it gets. So the next one, if I want to work out the gradient, it's going to be 13 take away 5 over 2 take away -2. So I always start with the second coordinate and then just take away the first one. Because if you always do the same thing, you know you're not going to make any mistakes. So 13 take away 5 is 8, 2 take away -2, so again that's like adding, so that's going to become 4. So you could half them both to get 4 over 2, you could half it again. And remember, when you divide by 1, you just get 2, or you may have spotted 8 divided by 4 is 2. So you can obviously go from there to there in one go, which is even better for me. The next one then, so again, finding the gradient, it's just the same thing every time. The only thing I am doing is just sneaking in more negatives in there, just to get you a bit of practice on your negative numbers. So again, it's going to be 5 take away -1 over 4 take away 3. So 5 take away -1 is 6, 4 take away 3 is 1, 6 divided by 1 is 6. So final one, like I said, same thing, just you can see there's way more negatives in here. So -5 take away minus 1. So minus 5, take away minus 1. Minus 6, take away negative 3. So minus 6, take away negative 3. So like I say, if it's going to go wrong today, it will be for sure the negative numbers part of it. So we're starting on minus 5, we are taking away negative 1. So remember, when you take away a negative, it is like adding 1. So we've got to do minus 5 plus 1 basically. So if you're on a number line on minus 5 and you want to add 1, you're going to move that way on your number line, and we're getting closer towards 0, aren't we? So if we're moving one space, it's going to get you to minus 4. And then this one is minus 6, and again it's minus 3, so it's like adding 3. So this time imagine starting on minus 6 and we're adding 3, so it's going to go 3 this way, so it's going to give me minus 3. Can we simplify that? Not really, because there's no number that goes into 4 and 3. However, if you've got a negative divided by a negative, that actually makes it positive. And so it is useful for you to know later on when we're doing more calculations of these that actually those negatives will cancel out and it will become positive. So you can just say actually that is 4 over 3.